Yeah, and guys, if you got a location where you're making, and Richie can attest to this, I've had locations making a 500 a month, 1,000 a month from one credit card, one passive income location. So you really do have to, I hate to use the old saying that the customer is always right, but like you really, really do need to take care of these customers. Now, Richie, people were talking this, we're talking, making 1,000 a month per location. So people was probably like, wow, 10 locations, I can make 10,000 a month.
Dude, I have ones that make more than that. I mean, it's crazy how much these cash discount accounts make. Hey, Dave just asked a good question. He said, "Do you give the credit card terminals for free or sell them?" I've always given them for free. The only exception has been if they want like some really expensive POS system, we'll usually like work out something where, especially if they're not on cash discount, if they're on cash discount, it might be worth just giving it to them. But if it's like a multi-thousand-hour system, we may work out something where like they just get ACH for a little payment every month, like a few $100. It just depends on the volume. It depends, like, is it on cash discount? Because if it's high volume, it's cash discount, give them whatever they want. I mean, yeah, sure. Here's a $10,000 system. Who cares? Like, you're going to make it back
Guys, if you're
so fast.
making 1,000 a month of a location, and a standalone terminal is going to cost anywhere from like 200 to like $800. A full Clover POS system is going to run you around 2,300 in that range. So if you're making 1,000 a month off the location, yeah, I think it'd be a good idea to buy them the system. But again, I've had customers, just every situation's different, but use that as a competitive advantage. Hey, we offer free equipment. Now, Richie, explain to them the downside of the free equipment. If that customer, if that bar, that business goes out of business, well, guess what? you took a big L on that one.
If they close, if they get destroyed, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that if they don't like it, that becomes an issue, especially if it's like a high volume account and you don't want to lose it. And they're like, we really hate the system. We don't want this system. We saw this other system. We want this one. We want you to buy us this one. We've had that happen, but those, and it sucks because those bigger accounts have a lot of terminals. It's not just like one or two registers. They have multiple floors with multiple registers. I mean, these are expensive, but you just got to do the math. I mean, like Kevin said, if you're making 1,000 or thousands of dollars a month and you have to eat another, few $1,000s, I mean, so what? Like, you're going to make it back. It takes money to make money.
So Fast Cash ATM said, so point of sale, best to take a course or to rely on YouTube videos to learn how to look, y'all, there's a lot of different ways to do it. I'm just telling you what I personally did, and I've sold, and I'm not saying this to brag to y'all or anything, man. I'm just saying it to encourage y'all and to show y'all like this shit's really, I did this shit part-time. I sold part of my route for $86,000. For me, that was a big win. Richie's probably done way bigger business deals, but for me at the time, that was huge. And that was a part-time business. And I learned how to do all of it, yes, from YouTube. I literally during COVID, I remember just like binge watching CC Sales Pro. Again, he's not affiliated with this or anything, but I do. His content was amazing when I got started, but I did eventually pay for that course. And I'd say that paying for that course, what it did for me, Richie, was like, like water is like about to boil and it just takes that one extra degree and it starts boiling. I'd say when I paid for that course, that's what really separated me. Because Richie, you're in this shit and you're in business. How many people have approached you saying, hey, Richie, you got all these locations. You're the business guy. You went to Tulane. Oh, man, you want to partner with me and do credit card processing? How many people have done that to you?
Every month. It never stops. I do it sometimes, though. In fact, like on the credit card stuff I do have partners. And the reason is because my core business is really the ATMs and the towers and some other things. And that's where most of my focus is. So if I have somebody who is like an absolute expert in this stuff that's willing to get out of bed on Saturday night and go sit at this place for 3 hours to get everything fixed, like, you know what? Like,
It
yeah,
takes
sure.
a team,
Like,
dog.
I'll be their partner. So, but yeah, everybody asks because they want to use our connections and our customers. And, 99% of the time, the answer is no. But there are people out there who are worth partnering up with. I mean, that's how I feel about partners in general. I'm not a big fan of having business partners. Historically, you know, I haven't liked it because I find that I'm the one doing most of the work and they're not. And it's a pretty bad feeling once you're already, you know,
Well, I got to
once
give
that
you
partner.
50% and I
Yeah,
do all the work, and this ain't a good deal.
it's a terrible feeling. But I will say, when you find the right partner and you complement each other's strengths and weaknesses, that is worth a lot. So you just have to be really, really careful who you partner with. You have to have everything written up front. You need to have a, you know, operating agreement between the two of you, written by your attorney. It's got to be solid, and you just lay it out. You do this, I do that. This is what happens if you, you know, get hit by a bus and disappear. This is what happens if I get hit by a bus. You lay it all out. If you do it that way, it's so much better. So, you know, it is a good business to have a partner. I mean, Kevin, you know, a lot of people we know that are crushing it at credit cards do have a partner because of needing someone that can go out and deal with it at night or on the weekend, and actually caring, like having skin in the game. So it could be worth it if it's the right person. Just be really, really careful who you partner with, and try not to
Yeah,
do it with family, because family's usually not who you should be partnering with typically. I mean, it works sometimes, but not.
I would advise you to what I like to do instead of partner is just outsource. So like, you know, I got a guy that I can pay that, you know, run cabling for me. You know, he does it as side jobs. Now there's pros and cons of that because they're not always going to be available. Now, Richie, let's get in, you know, a lot of people asking about the credit card process and stuff. Let's break down to them because they're hearing this crazy money. You know, you got locations that make over $1,000 a month from one location. You know, so imagine a guy, you know, it's really realistic that you could have 30 to 50 locations making, you know, 500 to 1,000 a month.